Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Minecraft. So, you may realize I am back at the base. Here's the villager breeder. Here's the Payrot. He was the only guy that I could ever find. I searched for an in-game week through the jungle. Basically explored the entire thing, trying to get back to the river, put my boat in. I put this guy in the boat and went back to the jungle, explored for about 3 more days, and then returned back to the boat because I was thinking to myself, wow, this guy's making a lot of noise. It's possible that I may have passed by some other parrots that were whistling and hollering, and I wasn't able to hear them because of this guy, so I went back into the jungle, tried to find parrots, and was unable to succeed. But I have this one parrot, which I think is going to be pretty fantastic. I'll probably end up leaving him in the tower for a little while, giving him a name tag, all that kind of stuff. I might keep him around to help me build and stuff, especially once I try to get started on the platform up there around the iron golem farm. And see how that goes. I definitely want to do that. I want to get started actually having a pretty good number of villagers up there to trade with, buy and sell things from, all that kind of stuff. I need to go up there and check on the 3 villagers that are there. I haven't done that yet. As a matter of fact, we could probably go do that together right now as I discuss some of the things that I would like to do. Since I do want to get started building up here, getting things done, I need... Okay, there are 3 of them. I need wool for that, because I want different colored structures. Some that look like they're made out of cloth roofs, that sort of stuff, so I definitely need wool to get all that done. And to get wool, of course, you shear sheep. The thing about that, though, is that if you have white sheep and you shear white sheep, you get white wool. And to dye that wool, you need 1 dye per wool in a crafting table. Yeah. And that's not very efficient. So, what I need to do is set up a sheep breeder, then dye the actual sheep themselves. Then every time I shear the sheep, I will get, 2 or 3 or 4 of whatever color wool that sheep is. So, that's going to be the, In case you don't know, that's the parrot imitating the creatures that it's around. It's imitating the dog right now. It'll imitate the cat every now and then. So that's pretty epic. I really like that. I might not leave the parrot anywhere. I might just keep the parrot with me, running around doing fun things, building and stuff. So yeah, sheep breeder is the objective for today. I've ran into a jungle temple while I was out, and so that's where I picked up all of this goodies. I feel like moss stone should be in here for some reason. Put that in there. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to organize my inventories a little bit. Figure some things out here. And I have ideas for the animal breeders as well. The crazy things. You realize what they are right now, if you remember, is just that box, and once it gets 25 entities inside the box, there it is. You could barely see the corner of it past the trees. Once it gets 25 entities in the box, as I breed those creatures, they die because you can't have more than 25 entities in a single space. So that's kind of gross, It's not clean, it's not pretty, anything like that, so that's something I might want to work on. I should probably grab some building blocks while I'm here. I came here so that I could grab some black glass. I have a water bucket, so that should be good. We'll grab both of these. I think I left my concrete over there, so we'll go grab one of those. Bunch of concrete. I still need to clean up the vines on the tower. They're starting to look a little bit crazy. So that's something I will do in the future for sure. Travel. My carts are kind of loud, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I want with the animal breeders to eventually move them up here. Wherever I put a leather worker or a butcher, I want to have the animal breeders. Let's go ahead and run up here. Okay, this isn't where I wanted to be, but it makes sense that it drops me off here. Get back. Okay. Oh, let's see. Bunch of concrete powder, black concrete for now. That's going to be fine. Some of it's going to be turned to solid concrete because of the design that I have in mind. For right now, it's one that I saw. Who did this? Exumavoid. He's a pretty awesome Minecrafter. I've linked some of his creations before. Some of his videos and stuff. I'm trying to think where I want the initial breeder to be. I'm thinking maybe over here, because we're going to be really close to the wheat. And, of course, this is most of my farms down in this area. Wow, doing really good with sugarcane, just with the 2 stacks there. Pretty good on cactus and melons here as well. And I haven't even been spending much time around the base here. Of course, as I've explained, I was in the jungle for most of the time between last episode and now. So I think this little square area here might be the sheep breeder. Then again, where they are right now is a pretty good choice for it, because yeah, after I move this up there to wherever the butcher is, and if I take them out of here and put them over there, there's going to be an empty space in this area once again. That's not something that I'm really interested in, so I would rather have this area put to good use. So I'm going to get started, and then whenever I have it completed, all figured out and everything, I will bring you all back and show you sort of the progress that I've made. So, yeah, I'm gonna get busy. Well, I moved the sheep back a bit. Got them all together, even bred a few of them, because I need, I want 32 sheep, 2 of each color, once I get around to dyeing them. That's something else that I'm probably gonna do this episode, is show you all the different dye recipes, even though you probably already know. Oh, great. Oh, that was the perfect spot to fall down. Probably the worst. Wonder what the best way to get out is. Probably to break this glass and jump over here. Man, that's not good, because I don't have silk touch, so I totally just wasted glass there. I wanted to give y'all a overview of what I've done here. You can see it from here though. These pillars on the side are temporary, that's why it's still just powder. I'm going to put up a post of each different color of concrete. Hopefully there are as many colors of concrete as there are colors of wool, and so I'll have, like I say, 2 sheep of each color floating around in here. Let me see if I can see where the correct place is to jump in here. There we go. I don't know if you can tell, but that goes there. Sheep will be floating around in circles. As they go around, they'll be able to eat, which regrows their wool, and they'll come around, float around this little zigzag sort of pattern. And I have these blocks of grass on top here, and then there's a airspace right below all of these blocks. There's torches underneath there with grass blocks underneath there as well. Grass spreads in a 3 wide by 5 up and 5 down distance, and so having the air blocks underneath there with grass blocks below that just increases the frequency that grass will grow onto these upper areas here. So I have these water streams going. The sheep will bump into each other, push each other along in this circular pattern. By the time they reach this front area again, they should be shearable once more. Yeah, so that's sort of the mechanics, the idea of how this is supposed to work. As far as these pillars on the outside, like I say, I'm going to change them to basically every color of concrete or wool that you can have. There's 16 different colors. You might notice that there's only 6 on each side, which is actually fine. That gives us 12. Then I can put 2 more on that end, 2 more on this end. That'll give us a total of 16. So I can have the proper number. I'll probably line it up with this row here since this glass is connected. I also, of course, had to put a row of glass on top of here. Make sure that's all done. Yeah. And then for the purpose of symmetry, I went ahead and put one row along here as well. So this way, the sheep will be able to bob up and down underneath through there, but they won't be able to jump up onto these blocks here. They won't be able to jump out either. So, yeah, that'll keep everything in line. There's a couple of hoppers right underneath here. You can kind of see them through the water stream. So I'm going to stand either here or here to shear them, but anywhere along this water stream, this direction is fine. I don't want to get past here, and as a matter of fact, I probably ought to dig that one down and then replace that with a hopper. I'll do that right now, as a matter of fact. If I place this down, that will cut off the water, because underneath here, like I say, is the air blocks. So I dig that out. If I had left that, the water would flow down in there, knock out all the torches down to whatever 8 blocks is in either direction. And I did not want that to happen. I have the hoppers on me right now. You can see the parrot hanging out on my shoulder. And so I'll just shift click in right there. Kill this sign, and the sign will be picked up by the hoppers. We should get that back. There we go. So now anywhere along this water stream then on this end is pretty good for shearing the sheep. Should all get picked up and brought into the chest. Now, I might have to kill one of these glass blocks here in order to get the sheep inside. I'll stand up on the roof with a piece of wheat or something like that to get them to follow me in, but I think first and foremost I'm going to have to dye them before I try to take them inside. I may need more reds as well, but I'll figure that out shortly. So I have some more dandelions here. Oh, I already have orange dye. That's excellent. Dandelions, fine. Purple dye I already have, so that's good too. Then I have some cactus green. Lapis is going to be necessary. Okay. Ooh, man, it's noisy in here. Let's go up here to the crafting station, though I don't think I need it. Okay, so we've got 4 red now, 2 orange. Let's see what we can do with red and white. That makes 2 pinks. Let's see what else we can do. Nope. Nope. Okay, here we go. A magenta is that one. So I'm gonna need another pink. And then I'm gonna need a light blue. Okay. Sounds like we have a pig man downstairs. For sure. Alright, so we've got light blue, we've got yellow, orange, a little bit of purple. We need another purple, which means that we're going to need another red. There we go. And then cactus green, we could do a light green. Or lime, I should say. Okay. So let's see what we've got so far. Let's see. What on earth? Breaking my door down? You better not be. I just let you out, huh? Are you gonna leave me alone? I hope so. It's noisy. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, technically. Oh, I forgot to grab the cocoa beans out there. That would be 12. Let's get a sleep going on. Okay, so what I'm missing right now is... got black that we can use. Complete this. Oh, we had more purple dye, so I didn't need to sacrifice the red for that. I'll take this rose bush because we can get more just upstairs. So that'll be fine. Then we've got this we can do, which is gray. And then we can also go like this to get light gray. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need... what's the other one? Lime and light blue? No? There's one that makes cyan. Oh, here we go. That's it right there. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Man. Oh, pff, duh. I even said it when I was standing up there inside the tower. Cocoa beans. Alright, let's leave one of our shovels in here. Grab a couple of cocoa beans, and now we've got brown. Good. We are all set. And I'm gonna have to make some more of those dyes so that I can get the concrete powder, like I was saying, of all different colors. So we want to breed all white sheep first. Okay. Yeah, so we should have all of them bred that we can breed right now. Let's go 1, 2. Keep a pink. Those little guys should grow up and be their correct color. We've got orange. Oh, come on. And I think if I am not careful, I can re-dye these sheep, and so I may waste a dye on some of them. We'll see. Okay. This is looking pretty good so far. Black sheep. Can do any wool. We don't have green sheep yet. I'll try and keep these up here so I know which ones that we've already done. And that little guy. We're probably going to need to breed some more. So let's see if we can get up here. These may be hard to tell. Oh, not too bad. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for right now. And I can grab some more wheat so that I can dye some more. Well, it's working slowly but surely. I may need to, here we go, reset their traction or something because they like to group up. Yeah, push against each other and keep each other from getting in here. Yeah, let's break their attention for a minute and then bring it back. Whenever they decide to check us out, maybe they can get in here one by one. There they come. Oh, come on now. They're immediately going to block each other. Oh. Sheep are not the most intelligent creatures in Minecraft or in real life, that's for sure. There it goes one. Alright, there's the yellow guy. Now we just have the two brown ones. There we go. Okay. So they can get in here. That's pretty good. Let's see if this brown one will follow me kind of in this direction. If I can get him to line up with the water stream, maybe he'll fall in. There we go. Alright, so now they are helpless to resist. They will bump each other around. You can see they're kind of grouped up over here, but nothing too bad. A few of them grouped up in the corner. Of course, once we get the maximum number of sheep, it'll be a total of 32. Hopefully they stay spaced out enough so that 25 will never bunch up into one square. Otherwise they will, of course, start dying. Yeah. So it's probably not the fastest, most efficient farm that I've ever seen, but it is in fact working to one extent or another. As they flow around, they start pushing each other. I think what's wrong over here is that, yeah, since this is a corner, they're getting pushed into this block here rather than into the water stream that flows this direction. So I think one solution could be that I put the water stream here and have it flow that direction. Cut this water stream off a little bit early. So that's going to be something that I'll definitely have to remedy in the future. I think that's going to be a fairly continuous problem, having a bunch up in that corner. But that's something that I can definitely fix. Put it on the corner part right there. Okay, I was able to pick that up, so that's good. And then I could drop this water here. And possibly if I can get them out of the way. And they do flow around pretty quickly. I wasn't expecting it to be plugged up in this corner so fast. Let's get their attention though, get it moving. And we'll see if moving the water stream back one is going to have any ill effect on the farm further forward. Come on. Come on, magenta sheep. Do I need you to look at me? I don't know. Let's take that water away, though. So now, now there's going to be a 2 wide gap right there. That sheep might not get pushed forward. Yeah, so now they're going to start stacking up right there. Okay. Alright, I've got the different flavors of concrete here, powder. I got all those together so that I could do the pillars around the thing, and I went ahead and finished it up. I actually recorded my outro already, but yeah, I'm going to replace that because I couldn't stop myself. I had to get it fully completed and fixed to where it actually worked properly. I had it the way that I had it earlier with one sign in between each one was inefficient. Unfortunately, that didn't give them enough time to eat grass in order to regrow their wool. As you can see, there are still some that are floating around naked, skinny dipping, as it were. Yeah, we'll pop up here real quick and take a look at what I've done. So I put 2 signs there, so there's 2 spaces where there's grass available for them to eat. There's 3 spaces here where there's grass available for them to eat. 2 here, 2 here, several spaces here for them to be able to eat grass, and several spaces here as well. It's not symmetrical, but it is clearly working. They're still floating around, not quite as quickly as they were before, but at least now they are able to eat grass and regrow their wool. I'm going to throw down some glow stone in a couple of these spaces on the top here, just to make sure that the grass has enough light to grow, and so that I can prevent any mobs spawning inside the open places where the grass will be. I already did a quick shear of each kind as they went through, and so we have the 16 different types of wool here. Once again, it's not completely efficient because some of the wool does drop onto these blocks here. I'm thinking that clear blocks like glass I could set on top of all of these, and that might let it keep the grass texture on there to let it regrow beneath, and that would also prevent the wool from landing on here. If that's not the case, that's perfectly fine. I'll just put regular blocks on here where I'm going to be shearing at, just to keep the pieces of wool from plopping over to there. So we can take a look here, see when the next guy comes by. Yeah, and you can see that one fell off there. I picked one up in my inventory, so like I say, it's not perfect. That's going to be a big problem actually, with them always wanting to land over there. But for the most part, it's being picked up by the hoppers there. I picked one up in my inventory, but yeah, you can see it's going in there. It's working out pretty well. I'm not sure why that one didn't stack properly, but we'll put it up there just to be sure that it will in the future. So yeah. Here we go. Okay, so I've put these glass blocks here so that hopefully... Get out of there, parrot. You don't belong in there. You don't have wool for me to shear. I've put these glass blocks here so that hopefully the wool won't fly out that direction. Looks like that's fixing the problem. Of course, some of the wool is coming back to me, which is perfectly fine. I'd rather pick it up personally than to have it lost to the outside. So this isn't a super fast farm, but it's definitely Perfect for a lazy person like me who just wants to sit here, shear sheep as they pop by. No particular order, no particular rhyme or reason to it. Just going along, getting it done. And I can always return the wool. You hear that crisp sound when they bite into the grass and regain their wool. So that is working perfectly. Yeah, I think this is pretty effective. Fairly efficient now with that glass wall behind there. So we should be able to gather up every bit of wool as these guys come by. Yeah, so job done for today. That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish, and it's looking pretty nice. Once again, I am going to put some glowstone up top to keep mob spawns out and to make sure that the grass is growing in a fairly timely manner. But that's going to be it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch the next one, make sure to subscribe. Consider supporting if you would. And be sure to check out any of my other videos or playlists you might be interested in. I thank you very much for any time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.